Hey guys, my name is Brian and welcome to my little two-car garage here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. For the last 3 years, I've been doing some crazy videos on Porsches and Firebirds, and we're super close to reaching that 5,000 subscriber mark. And to do so, I want to give you guys a bunch of these free shirts. But if you want to find out how to win one of these free shirts, you gotta stick around to the end of the video so you can get all the questions and get all the answers so you can post them on the bottom there to win yourself a shirt once we hit that 5,000 subscriber mark. So with that, let's get into what our questions are to win one of these shirts. All right, you guys, so back in the early 2000s, I took on the adventure of becoming the publisher of a magazine called Nine, which is all about Porsches. And so during the course of 8 to 10 years that I was at the helm of Nine magazine, we did a ton of DIY Porsche articles in this magazine. We restored a 914, a 944, a 924, a 912, and a 911. And we were getting ready to go into the water-cooled 996 and 986s when things, magazine world went down. No one was buying magazines, and so here we are today. So back in 2019, I was scrolling Facebook Marketplace, and I found a 2001 Porsche Boxster S. So that is the 3.2 liter 6-speed Boxster for $3,000. And I went, okay, it looks good in pictures, but what's wrong with it? Well, as you can see in this video, I went and picked it up, chewed the guy down to $1,000, but obviously looking at this thing, it was gonna need a lot of work. And I decided to wrap some YouTube videos of me fixing this Boxster up and selling it. And that's where it started, this whole journey of the YouTube channel for myself. From there, I had my 1967 Porsche 912, which has a 1976 Porsche 912e Type 4 2-liter motor in it. And along the way, I needed to restore it because, it was time for that. And then back in September of 2020, my oldest brother passed away and left me his 1967 Firebird that sat basically outside untouched in Oklahoma for 25 plus years. And I went and grabbed that. And that is how this whole YouTube thing happened. And here we are getting ready. We're like 250 subscribers away from the 5,000 mark. And I just want to say thank you to my Porsche people. Thank you to my Pontiac people for subscribing and hanging out with me and following me along on this journey. And my way of saying thank you is to give away a ton of these cool new t-shirts. I'm not gonna sell them. The only way you can get it is by doing this quiz. All right, here's how I'm gonna give away these shirts. I'm gonna ask 5 Porsche questions and 5 Pontiac questions. You get to choose which group you wanna answer. So you're gonna comment down below with your 5 answers. So all the ones that get it right, I will randomly pick from that group and I will send you a free shirt. No postage, you don't have to do nothing but just answer the questions, watch the video to the end, be a subscriber, and maybe give me a like, share this video out with your friends, maybe, help me out a little bit. So it's my way of saying thank you and giving back to you guys for giving to me the last 3 years that I've been on this journey. So with that, let's get into the 5 questions for Porsche and Pontiac, and I'm kind of gonna go bam, 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 back and forth for all 10. So with that, let's take a drink and let's get into our 5 questions. All right, question number 1 is gonna be for my Porsche friends, and I have a little cheat sheet here, a little too fast, you can see that, right? Don't try to pause that or nothing. All right, question number 1 for my Porsche folks is, what was the name of the Porsche 911 at first? So Porsche had a name picked out for the 911 back in the early 60s, but this little French car company got its panties in a bunch and tried to sue Porsche because Porsche was calling their new Porsche the same as what they had copyright on for one of their piece of crap cars. So question number 1 is, what was the Porsche 911 originally supposed to be called before it was the 911. And that number is actually the first 3 digits of all the part numbers for the first generation 911s and 912 Porsches. There's a little trivia for you. All right, question number 1 for my Pontiac guys is this. What year was the only year that the Pontiac Firebird and the Camaro came with, the F-bodies, came with a vent window for the driver and passenger? After this year, everything became just one solid piece of glass and you didn't have the vents. It's kind of cool because I own both. That car, that Firebird with vent windows, and my 67 Porsche also has vent windows. So that's question number 1 for Pontiac guys. Question number 2 for Porsche guys is this. What other car is Dr. Porsche credited with designing for the German people back in the 1930s? So in the 1930s, when Ferdinand was alive and hanging out and doing his thing, he designed a car for the people of Germany. I want you to comment down below. Question number 2 for Porsche is, what was the car that Dr. Porsche designed for the German people back in the 1930s? All right, guys, question number 2 for Pontiac guys is this. What other car that's an F-body car did GM design along with the Firebird? So you have your Pontiac Firebird, and then you have your whatever is a sister car, also an F-body car that GM made from one of their other divisions. That is question number 2. What is the other car that shares the F-body platform with our Pontiac Firebirds? Question number 2. All right, Porsche guys, question number 3 is this. What is the name or the model of the very first water-cooled front-engine Porsche that they designed and produced for you to buy? So, in the past, all their engines were rear engine, air-cooled, but at some point in time, Porsche kind of saw the writing on the wall and they decided to start making water-cooled front-engine cars. What was the very first Porsche to bear the Porsche name? What model was it that was front engine and 4 cylinders and water cooled? That is question number 3 for my Porsche friends. Question number 3 for my Pontiac guys is this. What is considered the first generation of the Pontiac Firebirds? So what years designates a first gen Firebird? That is question number 3. What are the years that constitute a first gen Firebird? Comment down below. That is question number 3 for Pontiac guys. Question number 4 for Porsche guys is this. Name one difference between a Porsche 911 and one difference between the Porsche 912. So there's many differences, but there's one reason I'm looking for, and that could be whatever you want it to be, but just pick one reason that differentiates a 911 from a 912. Remember, the 911 and 912 were produced together from 1965 to 1969 and 1976. So what is the major big difference between a Porsche 911 and a 912? That is question number 4 for my Porsche guys. Question number 4 for Pontiac is this. When did the last Pontiac motor come off the assembly line? So at some point in time, GM had this crazy idea, this novel idea to save some pennies and produce all the motors at one factory and just shoot them off to their other divisions, instead of how it was in the past where each division made and designed their own engines. So what year was the last year that a real Pontiac motor came off the assembly line into a car? That is question number 4 for Pontiac. Question number 5, and the last question for Porsche, is this. What is the model number given to the first generation Porsche Boxster? Remember, the Boxster ran from 1997 till 2004, and these cars were considered Boxsters, but they had an internal number, and it started with a 9, because most every Porsche starts with a 9 except for a 356. So I want to know, what is a first generation Porsche Boxster considered? What is its number? That is going to be question number 5 for all you Boxer Brotherhood guys out there. All right, last question for you Pontiac guys. Question number 5 is this. What year was the last year that Pontiac produced the 455? That is a 7.5 liter motor. What year was the last year that they produced that and put that into a Pontiac? That is question number 5. The last year of the 455 in a Pontiac. Question number 5. All right, guys. Those are our 5 questions for Porsche guys. 5 questions for Pontiac guys. The rules are this. Really simple. You got to be a subscriber. You got to answer 5 questions correctly. Either 5 Porsche or 5 Pontiac. You got to comment down below with what the answers are to questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 to the Porsche or Pontiac. And if you want to be cool and answer both sets, then make 2 posts or 2 comments and give a like, share the video out. I am super thankful for the love that you guys have shown me. I didn't think anyone would watch some stupid videos on building a Boxster and fixing up a Boxster and an old 911 or 912, and then of course these F-body cars. I didn't realize that anyone, even 5,000, would come along. So at 5,000, I will randomly pick out 50. I'll make 50 shirts and I'll send out 50 free shirts. And on the front, they have the, I'm still trying to figure out a name for this. So if you have a name for that too, comment down below. In addition, maybe I'll give you a bonus point for winning a t-shirt. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for the last 3 years. I look forward to doing this, finishing up this car and maybe finding some other vehicles to work on in my little garage here. And who knows what else we're gonna do and where else we're gonna go. Big shout out to a couple of people who have helped me along the way. That's gonna be John from Vinyl Village Garage. There's gonna be a link down below to his YouTube. Go by, say hi to him, give him a subscribe. And Lewis, we are just starting that friendship there. And all 3 of us, John and I and Lewis, are putting together this whole first generation Firebird thing. So I'll link a link down below to Lewis's website or to his YouTube as well. Make sure to go by there, subscribe to him as well. So to wrap this up, to win a shirt, all you gotta do is answer 5 questions that were in this video. Watch it 2 or 3 times if you need to. Subscribe, like it, tell me the answer to those 5 questions. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, I'll randomly pick 50, 5, 0, and I will send you guys one of these cool ass shirts. Got it? Good. Go do your stuff.